All right, let's talk about the 2025 Nissan Armada. Now, if you're in the market for something enormous, powerful, and capable of shuttling half the neighborhood to soccer practice while towing a yacht, you've arrived in the right place. Congratulations. Because today we're diving into Nissan's biggest, baddest SUV to see if it has what it takes to go toe-to-toe with American full-size heavyweights. And I'll be giving you the brutal honesty you've come to expect, served with a side of British sarcasm. First things first, this thing is absolutely massive. The 2025 Nissan Armada is the answer to Chevy's Tahoe, Ford's Expedition, GMC's Yukon, Toyota's Sequoia, and for those that like a bit of posh, the Infiniti QX80. And let's be clear, this isn't some delicate crossover pretending to be an SUV. It's a body-on-frame behemoth, built for towing, hauling, and reminding your neighbors they should have brought a bigger driveway. Now, in the past, the Armada rocked a V8 engine, but Nissan decided to swap it for a twin-turbo 3.5-litre V6. Yes, and before you panic, I know that fewer cylinders usually means tears, but fear not. This one pumps out 425 horsepower, 516 pounds-feet of torque, which is actually more than some V8 power rivals. Translation, this SUV hauls, and I mean that literally, with a towing capacity that still rivals the big boys. Now inside, Nissan's gone all out. Even the base model gets a 12.3-inch screen, and that's a touchscreen. It comes with Apple CarPlay and enough USB ports to power a small tech startup. If you splurge for the Platinum Reserve version, which sounds more like a top-shelf whiskey than a trim level, you'll get quilted leather seats, a panoramic moonroof, and a Bose sound system that'll even make your worst playlist sound bearable. So, how does it compare? Well, the Tahoe and Yukon have a whole GM dominance thing going on. The Ford Expedition's got a V6 turbocharged and a legendary reputation. The Sequoia, a V6 hybrid, fancy tech, and Toyota, usually bulletproof reliability. And there's one other competition here, the Jeep Wagoneer. Well, that's for people who say things like, I own real estate at dinner parties. But the real test is behind the wheel, where I am right now. And let me tell you, this thing moves. 9-speed automatic transmission, that's very smooth. And thanks to Nissan's adaptive air suspension, the Armada doesn't feel like you're piloting a cruise ship down the motorway. Well, unless you want to feel like you're piloting a cruise ship, I guess. Now, did you know that the Armada is actually based on the Nissan Patrol? That's right. This thing shares DNA with one of the most capable off-roaders in the world. Over in the Middle East, the Patrol is basically a deity on 4 wheels. In the US, though, the Armada mostly is used for things like school runs, road trips, and making sure your HOA knows you're the boss, right? All right, should you buy one? Here's the breakdown. Buy it if you need space, power, and serious towing capability. And if you want something different from the usual, like GM and Ford in that lineup, but you still have that rugged urge. Skip it if you'd rather get cutting-edge fuel economy or cutting-edge tech. The Armada still plays it very safe on both of those counts. And if you just want to have a hybrid or electric SUV, well, I'm sure Toyota or Rivian are calling your name. That's it for the 2025 Nissan Armada. As always, drive safe, think twice before buying a second Wagoneer, and I'll see you on the next one. I'm Nik Miles.